Hello everybody, welcome into the Truth Serum. Joey, the Truth, Wagner with you as always. So glad you could tune in tonight. And everybody, this is part 3 of my 5-part series about the Pittsburgh Steelers and their off-season. It's been a really busy month for me. I was hoping to get all of these videos out in the same week, but that hasn't been the case. I'm just happy I can bring you part 3 tonight. But before I get started, this video is being brought to you by SeatGeek. Great place to get your tickets. Great seats for a great price. Tickets are easy to get. They just send them right to your cell phone. You go on Ticketmaster. You get them. Boom, you're yours. And if you use the code Joey Wagner, you'll get $20 off of your first order. So let's get into it. Everybody, this video for the Steelers is about the needs of the team. These are the positions that the Pittsburgh Steelers should be looking at in free agency and in the draft. And I'll start with this. Yes, I understand that Roethlisberger is coming off of a major elbow injury with the surgery. And yes, I understand that Duck Hodges had his flashes, but he's a backup. He's a number 3. Duck's a backup. Let's remember that. Duck's a backup. And Ben's coming back with his new contract that kicks in this season with a cap hit of $34 million. That's if he plays. Even if Ben retires, cut, traded, even if Ben's not on the team, the cap hit is still $25 million this season. So what I'm saying is that even though you might want to see the Steelers make a move for one of these high-tier backup quarterbacks like a Teddy Bridgewater or a Marcus Mariota or a Ryan Fitzpatrick or a Chase Daniel, it's not going to happen. The Steelers do not have the cap space. They're not getting a high-quality veteran backup. Gonna be Ben or Mason, and maybe Duck or Paxton, but I don't see them making a move at quarterback at all this year in free agency. Now in the draft they might, but that's even unlikely too. So for this video, I'm not listing quarterback as a need because it's not realistic right now for them to make a need at quarterback. But now, friends, I'm going to go through the positions one at a time. I'm not going to really rank them in list of importance. I'm just going to go through them one at a time. And I will say this. The Steelers, I would focus on the offensive side of the ball mostly. The Steelers' defense, I love. I love the Steelers' defense. Really good on the defensive line with Cam Hayward and Stephon Tuitt. Outside linebackers, the pass rushers are phenomenal. Watt and Dupree, they're great. Devin Bush in the middle with a mix of Vince Williams, they're fine. The corners, Hayden and Nelson, they're very good. Safeties, Micah Fitzpatrick, all-pro. Terrell Edmonds, at least average. The only part of this defense that I would look at is maybe getting an interior defensive lineman, a nose tackle. That's the only part of this defense that to me is a need. Nose tackle, most likely because Javon Hargrave is going to leave in free agency most likely. I've looked at some predictions for his contract that he's going to get because he's a free agent. And a lot of the websites like Sport Track, they're saying he's going to get about $14-15 million a year. The Steelers don't have the cap space to keep him. Even if the Steelers cut guys, it's Dupree or Hargrave, and Mike Tomlin has already said it's Dupree. So I look for nose tackle, either in free agency or the draft, to replace Javon Hargrave. And also, if I'm the Steelers, I'd really only look at maybe a depth pieces for linebacker to maybe replace Chickalo and a solid third middle linebacker, but nothing major. But for the defense, nose tackle and maybe a depth linebacker or a depth member of the secondary. That's it. Now, the offense needs a lot of work here. Big Ben coming back will fix a good bit of that, but there's still a lot that the Steelers need to do. Number one for the Steelers, tight end. Vance McDonald has the talent. The Vanimal has the talent, but the Vanimal can't stay healthy. This league, the NFL, is all about getting a quarterback, protecting him, going after the other team's quarterback, and getting your guy weapons. Having a valuable tight end is such an important part of a quality offense in the NFL in 2020. So I would address tight end either by bringing Vance McDonald back on a lower contract or maybe getting Jesse James back. He disappointed in Detroit, and you might be able to get him for a good bargain price. Maybe a piece in the draft. We'll see. But I'll get into that later. But number one, tight end. Number two, I'd say offensive line. The Steelers' offensive line, I'm not sure this year how much of their troubles was because of no Ben in control or they're just getting a little older. But I'd look at a young piece of the offensive line. I'm not saying plug him in as a starter, but I'm saying get a lineman or two that's young and develop them for the next year or two, so that when Marquise Pouncey's contract is up, and maybe DeCastro's years down the road, you have quality guys who can step in. Steelers, Bill Callahan's out there, the former Redskins O-line coach, he's out there. I'd get him. Can never go wrong at fixing your offensive line. Next one, running back. The Steelers have right now 3 to 4 running backs where I like them a little bit, but they're not entirely consistent or healthy to put it all together at the same time. James Conner, when healthy, is an above-average running back in this league. But because he's had a very hard time staying healthy, I wouldn't trust that, and I wouldn't give him the big money. I wouldn't. Jalen Samuels, I like him. He seems like a good pass-catching running back, a good third down back, but he doesn't seem like a starter. Trey Edmonds seems like a good short yardage guy, but that's about it to me. Short yardage, special teams. And the piece that's very interesting to me, they signed off the practice squad during the season, played well when he played, Kareth White. But he's sort of Jalen Samuels type, more smaller, faster back, and return kicks. But if I'm the Steelers, I want to get a running back that you can count on. And then you can sprinkle in Connor and Samuels when need be to get a more consistent, more healthy running back. That's what I would do. And other than that, just a depth receiver to take the pressure off of Juju Smith-Schuster, Deontay Johnson, and James Washington. Get a veteran wide receiver in here. I mean, even draft one. This wide receiver draft this year is so deep. If I'm the Steelers, second, third round pick, they're the best team in the league at drafting wide receivers. I'd do it again. But everybody, a lot of this team for the Steelers, a lot of the team I like. If Roethlisberger comes back healthy, I really like this team. Really, the only needs I would have impact, nose tackle on the defensive side, tight end on the offensive side, and other than that, depth linebackers, depth member of the secondary, a depth offensive lineman, and maybe a depth running back or wide receiver. But I'm leaning offense because Ben's getting older. Ben's 37 going on 38. As a quarterback ages, you need to get him weapons so that he can be successful as he ages. Did you see Tom Brady this year without Gronk? New England won 12 games, but they weren't the same New England without Gronk. So, veteran quarterback, get him a good tight end. I don't care how or where, get Ben a good tight end. And get a nose tackle. Get a starting nose tackle. Well, everybody, that's all I really wanted to talk about tonight. The needs for the Steelers in the upcoming free agency and the draft. If you haven't yet, Steeler Nation, please click that like button. If you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. And everybody, my plan here is over the next couple of weeks for the Steelers, post the last 2 parts of this series, and then maybe late February, early March, I'd like to post another video about some players that would be realistic for the Steelers to draft. But there you have it. From the Truth Serum, hope you have a great and blessed night. Joey the Truth Wagner signing off.